Why? Why do you have to put all the fragrances on? Today we're talking about niche fragrances, some of my favorite niche fragrance houses, as well as some new ones that I've stumbled upon. If you're new here, I'm Cheraye, welcome. If you happen to be returning, you know I love you like I love cooked food. Thank you so much for coming back. If you like this vibe, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Without further ado, let's jump into it. You guys, we're gonna start with the House of DASTAN. This is a new fragrance house. I discovered this fragrance house at Scent Explorer 2024, and I could not be happier. It was such an amazing experience. They came out with several different fragrances. This one is called Game of Joy. It's really good. It's very, very juicy. It is so perfect for spring, so perfect for summer. I do have a discount code. It's gonna be linked in the description box below. It's passion fruit, it's mango. It's got a little bit of watermelon, sandalwood, patchouli, tonka bean. It's gorgeous, you guys. Look at that mister. Hello? Oh my God, I love this fragrance. I wore this to brunch the other day and I was purring like nobody's business. If you have not heard of or checked out the House of DASTAN, definitely get them on your radar. You can shop them at maxaroma.com. You can also shop them at houseofdastant.com. Another fragrance house that I discovered, I found it on TikTok. Did I find it on TikTok or Instagram? I don't know, you guys, one of the two. And that is Sphinx fragrances. And I started with Egyptian Sugar Soiree. They sent this over and I fell in love. I am in my sweet girl era. I'm still there. Although, you guys, I had a hot, heavy combo last night. Oh my gosh, I would have shut it down. Don't worry, we'll talk about it. But this is a new niche fragrance house, to me anyway. I had never heard of them before, playing online. And like I said, I heard Roxy speak about them as well. It's coconut milk, it's tonka bean, it's white musk, it's benzoin. I've talked to you guys about this one over and over again. I just wanted to share the fragrance house because it's really good. They always have discount codes. If you're asking me, I would say stay on their website. They always have like 15% off. I think one time I even seen 25% off. Also, I would say they have so many other fragrances and they have a discovery set. So if you want to check it out, I would say start there. You know what, over here, I always recommend try before you buy. I have tried about 4 or 5 of their fragrances and every single one that I've tried, I have not been let down. So I am so happy to have, you know, found this fragrance house this year. A oldie but a goodie, but this has always been in my top 5 fragrance houses, and that is Maison Francis Kurkdjian. If you're not a fan of Baccarat Rouge 540, okay, I know, not everybody is. She is though. I love Baccarat Rouge 540, but Gentle Fluidity Gold is another fragrance that's absolutely amazing. I love this fragrance. It's very versatile. It has the nutmeg, it's vanilla, it's coriander. You can wear it year round. This is an amazing fragrance house. I love the brand and I love their fragrances. I just recently smelled 724. It's a very fresh, clean fragrance. And at first I was like, oh, I don't want it, I don't like it. And then I wore it for the day and I was like, hello, you know what I mean? So yeah, Maison Francis Kurkdjian is one of my absolute favorite fragrance houses. I move on. Parfums de Mali is another favorite niche fragrance house. DELINA is how I stumbled upon the brand, so that's the fragrance that I brought over to share with you. This is the one with the rhubarb, lychee, nutmeg, Turkish rose. This is right now, currently today. I could change my mind at any time, so pick somebody else. This is my favorite fragrance house. I'm saying that today, you guys, but it really has been for a minute now. It used to be Chanel, and I can't even believe I'm saying that. But we're talking about niche fragrances, okay? So we're giving it to Parfums de Mali. And this is DELINA, one of the most complimented fragrances in my entire collection. That says a lot. I move on. Byredo. I stumbled upon Byredo because it caught my attention because the colors were black and white. I love Mojave Ghost. It's one of my absolute favorites from the brand. I was shopping at Nordstrom one time, I believe at the Grove, walked into Nordstrom and seen the counter. It was all black and white. The bottles are absolutely gorgeous. I was looking at it and I was like, I love this color. Those were my wedding colors, black and white. I've always been a classic girl, what can I say? And so when I went over to, you know, spray it and smell it, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. It's musk, it's magnolia, it's violet, it's sandalwood, it's cedar. Oh my gosh, it's good, and it still just makes me happy. I don't talk about it a lot, I don't reach for it a lot either, but during that time, I just felt like I had to have it. And that's the thing about fragrances that are so subjective. We change over the time, over years. Like right now, I'm in the sweet girl era. So my other fragrances that are more hot, heavy, and spicy are looking at me like, girl, are you ever coming back? And I'm like, y'all, hold up. I'll be right back, but right now I'm in a new era. And that's okay, that's what fragrances do. So right now, I pulled this back out and I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't reached for you in a minute. Let me wear wear it. And when I wore it, I was like, that's why I fell in love with this brand. I love the simplicity of it all. I love the simplicity of the bottles. I love the black and white. As I mentioned, those were my wedding colors. And from this house, I would just say that Mojave Ghost is one of my favorites. And this is an amazing niche fragrance house as well. I love their body wash. I love their hand soap, their hand cream, their body cream. I love it. I move on. Tomavicci, I believe I experienced this fragrance house this year, and this fragrance right here is so good. It makes me so happy. It's got like all the strawberries in it. This would be like a beautiful wedding scent as well. Bergamot, rose, musk, vanilla, carnation. It gives good, happy, upbeat vibes. It kind of gives DELINA vibes in a sense, but not really. This fragrance is definitely holding its own, and it's so good. I absolutely love this. Every time I wear this, you guys, I spray this just when I'm gonna be chilling in the house. I will spray this. Tomavicci is a beautiful fragrance house. I've only spoke with them online, and they're always so kind and so nice. I do have a 10% off discount code as well. Another brand that really stood out at Scent Explorer was Amouage. And I always think, like, how do you say, is it Amouage? They said it so fancy, you guys, and I was like, oh my gosh. But this is Blossom Love, and this is a beautiful fragrance, especially with us, you know, getting ready to transition over into spring. This is such a gorgeous fragrance. It's actually really nice in cool weather as well. This has in it bergamot, amaretto, cherry blossom, rose, vanilla, tonka bean, amber. It's a very girly, foo-foo la-la fragrance. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a 2017 release. It's so good. It's so upbeat. It's so happy. It's a beautiful fragrance. If you have not, I would highly recommend it. You can pick this up at Twisted Lily and save 10% off on it. You can also try a sample. Twisted Lily does have samples. I tell you guys that all the time. You do not have to blind buy it unless you want to. Make sure you use my code if you do. But if you want to try it before you buy it, you can trust Twisted Lily to receive and get your samples from. Oh my God, I should have just called this Scent Explorer, another fragrance house that I've been working with for a while. I absolutely love them. They're so kind. They're so nice. We chat in the DM all the time over on Instagram, and that is Micallef. And the fragrance that I'm showcasing for them today, or want to share with you today, is Ananda Nectar. And this is so good. I'll never forget. It was a YouTube event. I'm so excited. I can't even talk. The YouTube event, and it was the panel that I spoke on. I believe, was this the first or second time? I can't recall, but whatever. I put this on. This was one of the fragrances that I wore. It just calmed me down. It made me happy. The bottle is beautiful. It's got pear, plum, mimosa, violet, white musk, and vanilla down in the base. It's absolutely gorgeous. They do have another one just called, I believe, Ananda, and this one is Ananda Nectar, and I don't know what it is about that sweet, fruity, powdery note, but it's so good and so calming. And oh my God, I'm just gonna smell so good today. I can't help it. Oh my God, it's so good. So yes, another fragrance house that you could check out. Oh my gosh, I do have another 10%. I have a 10% off discount code with Micallef. It's Cheraye 10. All of the discount codes that I can offer and that I could share, they'll be linked in the description box below as well. But this is Ananda Nectar by Micallef, another favorite niche fragrance house. I move on. This fragrance broke the internet for me, okay? Because I was stopped in midnight evening and asked, what am I wearing? Because I smell like Dubai. This is NEFS, and this right here is, oh my gosh, like a smoke bomb in a bottle. This is so good. It's so sexy. I wore this the other night. It's so good. This gives off rich vibes, sexy, spend the night, stay the night. It's definitely date night approved, date night worthy. NISHANE makes some amazing fragrances. I was in Santa Barbara and I was speaking with a girl and I was asking her what was her favorite fragrance. And you know, didn't know her from Joe Smo, just talking, you know, and she was like 100 Silent Ways. I love that fragrance. It makes me feel so good. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I said, they have so many other fragrances. You should check out a discovery set. I was telling her about Ani. I was telling her about Hachivat. I was telling her about Vain and Naive. They just have amazing fragrances. So if you're looking for something and you have not heard of the brand NISHANE, I would highly recommend. Check them out over on So Avant-Garde. I do have a 20% off discount code over there. And some days I get up to 50% off. So stay in the loop, put your notification bells on so that you never miss a video where I'm sharing discount codes. It has honey, saffron fig, osmanthus, nutmeg, oud, vanilla. This is a beast. When you put this on, it is going nowhere. You are going to stop traffic. You are going to get compliments. It is what it is. This is fire. This is hotness in a bottle. I love it. I love this brand. And if you want to take this to the next level, another favorite brand, niche fragrance brand, newer to my collection and just newer, I believe, to me, in period. I don't know how long they've been out, but new notes, Latte de Cherry. I wore these two together. Oh my gosh. I received it from So Avant-Garde and I was like, oh my gosh, this fragrance house is amazing. They have so many amazing fragrances. They have one called Mimosa, Latte Mimosa or Mimosa Latte. I don't know, you guys. I could be making that up. I'll put it in the description box. They have so many other fragrances like vanilla caramel or caramel. This one is my absolute favorite. Out of all the ones that I've tried, this is still my absolute favorite, hands down. This is like a sensual, sexy, cherry bomb of a fragrance. It's syrupy, it's sensual, it's hot, it's spicy. It's good. This smells like the kind of cherry that's ripe and it's like really like dark. That's what I always say to describe this. And it's juicy though. And it's like when you go to press it or something and it drips out. Yeah, it's giving all that. If you haven't checked out new notes, Latte de Cherry, and you like cherry, oh, this is a must check out. I move on. Another new, you guys, I am so proud of myself because I was the girl that just stayed in my bubble with the fragrances that I like and the fragrances that I know, but I've really been exploring. I've really been trying to get out there and check new fragrances and check out new fragrances. And this is from Swiss Arabian. Thank you so much to Swiss Arabian for sending this out. I believe this is a 2024 release. They came out with this and one called Tobacco 01. Tobacco 01 is absolutely phenomenal as well. I brought this one over because this was the first one from the brand that I've ever checked out. I've seen a lot of it online, on TikTok, on Instagram. You know how we all do. We're scrolling and we're like, what is that? The bottle caught my eye. The bottle is absolutely gorgeous. It's vanilla and it's toffee. It's rich, it's creamy, it's a gourmand. And it seems like gourmand is just like all over right now. Like everybody is loving gourmand. So I'm like right there too in my sweet girl era. So here we are. It's brown sugar, Madagascar vanilla, benzoin, tonka bean, musk, toffee, dates, walnut, milk. I said it. It's a very creamy, milky fragrance. Normally, I don't like fragrances this sweet, this dense, this decadent, or anything like that. But because of the fact that it doesn't smell like food or pancake syrup, I'm kind of here for it. You know, I mixed this with a few other fragrances and it paired really well. So if you wanted to check out another brand, I would highly recommend checking out Swiss Arabian. I also will say I heard of Swiss Arabian way before when Shaghaf Oud was like, everybody was talking about it. It was like huge, all in the fragrance community. It was like Shaghaf Oud. And I believe they were comparing it to Oud Bouquet or something like that. But at the time I had already had Oud Bouquet and wasn't really loving it, but it was okay. So I never felt the need. But once I got my nose on this, I was like, oh my gosh. So I do want to explore more from the brand. So if you're looking for a brand and you like an Arabian brand or you want to try some Arabian fragrances, I would say, you guys, I'm not very versed in the Arabian fragrances. We getting there, okay? We getting there, we learning. I'm trying to see what I like. I do not like all of them, okay? So that's not the vibe. That's not what I'm about to do. But I do like this one and I do like this fragrance house for what I know of it. And like I said, this is Shaghaf Vanilla Toffee. Swiss Arabian is the brand. And then another one, oh my God, this has to be the last one. I could go on and on and on, you guys. Another one would have to be, this is Mind Games. You know, this brand came out. They've been out for a while. Now they just keep making hit after hit after hit. I had this fragrance in my collection and I didn't reach for it, and then I heard somebody talk about it and I was like, oh my gosh, let me see if I have that, and I had it and I was like, oh my gosh, and it's quinine. OMG, this is so good. It's really gonna be good. I've been spraying it with everything. Winter, spring, summer, fall, I'm gonna spray it. But I have been mixing it with so many other fragrances, but even on its own, it's so good. It has cotton flower, apple, rum, orris root, saffron, vanilla, musk, and coconut. It kind of gave me a little bit, but not a whole lot, reminiscence to Soleil Blanc by Tom Ford. I always say that. If it has coconut in it, if it's given a summer vibe, I'm like, Tom Ford, Soleil Blanc. Not really, but that's what it kind of gives me. I love the mister. It's so, oh God, it's just not right. Straight, why? Why do you have to put all the fragrances on? I don't know. They smell good. I want to spray them. This is really good. If you are looking for like a fresh, clean, a vanilla fragrance too, it's very vanilla in my opinion, I would definitely say check out Mind Games Quinine. It's a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. I believe this is a 2023 release. Their bottles are always really nice. It's like a game of chess. I love that. You can check these out on So Avant-Garde. I do have a 10% off discount code should you want to check anything or pick anything out. Oh my gosh, this is good. Yeah, should you want to check anything out or pick it up, they do have a discovery set. They They do have samples. So like I said, that's another way for you to try before you buy. Do not take my word for it, but you know you could trust me because over here, we're gonna tell you exactly what it is. Of course, my opinion. Anyways, you guys, that is it. Thank you so much for taking the time to stop by my channel today. I truly appreciate you. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to like this video, share it, comment, do all the things, and I will see you beautiful souls in the next one. Until next time, you know the drill. Be blessed, stay fit, but more importantly, definitely stay fabulous, darlings. Thanks for watching. Bye.